What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm DanielleMoneKnight, and today we are chit-chatting. We're having girl time. We are doing this look, this very orange teal look, using these two Juvia's Place palettes. So if you guys are interested in what I did to get this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I am gonna start with my brows because I'm gonna start with eyes. So I feel like your brows kind of frame your eye. And I don't know how people do shadow without doing brows. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna do my brows with this little Morphe angle brush and the Morphe brow dip in the color Java, because I'm gonna do a very pronounced brow. For like years, it's actually kind of funny, for years I hadn't been carving my brows out, but I'm back to carving my brows out now. So it's like a very like distinct look. Honestly, my sister has like the best brows. So does my brother, now that I think about it. And like, I remember having nice thick brows, you know, before I messed them up. Or before I let someone else mess them up, that is. Okay, one brow on. Now we're gonna do the other brow. I remember when I first started like doing my brows like this, guys, I just did my hair and like I like it a little bit frizzy, but like it's so, I don't know, it's natural hair is so difficult. Anyway, what I was saying was, I remember when I first started doing my brows and I would use black, like a black pencil. Gosh, that was terrible. That was in like 2012 maybe. And I hate doing eyebrows because I know that they say, I feel like I say this every time, I know that they say that brows are supposed to be sisters and not twins, but my brows really don't ever be looking the same. I mean, sometimes they do, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, right brow, why do you look so much better than left brow? Or like, not better, they both look good, but they don't look the same, you know? Kind of annoying. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and set my brows so that they stay in place. And Tasha Washa on here is the GOAT because she introduced me to the NYX, the brow glue. This stuff is the GOAT. It is so good. I mean, your brows aren't going anywhere. It's legit glue. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it even has the consistency of glue, but it washes off super easy. But it's so good. This product is definitely a like a holy grail. I'm just gonna use the other, or do the other brow. And for anyone who's gonna wonder, because I know I just said I just did my hair, I washed and conditioned with the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla from my February favorites. And then I went in with my Demon brush section by section with the Cantu styling gel, which is a gel that I've only ever used like twice before. And then I always let my hair air dry, but I blew it dry, and then I like did a center part, and then I ended up blowing it and trying to conceal that. But yeah, so I blew it dry, and then I just put like coconut oil all over it. Okay, now I'm going to take this Morphe M432 flat brush to carve my brows out. And I'm just going to use, see, I had bought this Makeup Revolution concealer, Conceal and Fix in Deep Tan, let me tell you, for this to be deep tan, it's literally the color of these walls. Although I could probably use it to conceal under and then drag it all the way down, since I think I'm gonna go in and do orange on my eyes and then like a blue underneath. So we'll see, who knows. But you just go in and just drag it to carve out the bottom of the brow. Now I've found to carve out the top of my brow, what's easiest for me is to just use my foundation, because then I don't have to worry about getting too close when I actually put my foundation on, you know? Yeah. So I guess this would be good for when I put color on the eyes. So Jeff and I are moving in like 2 weeks, and I'm so freaking excited. I haven't packed a thing. I guess I can like pack up the bar cart and stuff, you know, and like pack up some of the kitchen, but I need to get boxes. But I'm so excited. Okay. So now I'm trying to figure out, do I want to just go ahead and do my entire eye and then go in afterwards and do the carve out the top like once my eye is done? I guess, right? Like there's no reason why not. I get police sirens, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but I cannot wait to move. We're moving into like a much more updated complex. So it'll be nice to have like the wood floors, the big island in the kitchen. Although one thing that does suck is in terms of blue, we're gonna be losing our dog park. But he's just gonna have to get over that. Okay, so I have these two Juvia's Place palettes, the Magic Mini and the Warrior 2. So I think I'm gonna go in on my lid with Deura and Zama and do like an orange eye situation. But I did forget to grab 2 brushes, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. So I am going to go in with this Wet n Wild, it doesn't say, but it's just like a fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go into this color. Now, you also have to keep in mind, Juvia's Place is so pigmented. I feel like I just like took everything off the brush that I had put on there. And I'm just gonna keep kind of swiping and packing that on until I'm satisfied with it. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm gonna go right into Zuma. And get some orange going in there. And now it's kind of just going right on the crease, so we have kind of like a transition from lighter shade to darker shade, but I'm also going to use this same color and on the lid because I want just orange up here on the top of the eye. And that is gonna be our eye, or our lid rather. And then when I go in with the blue on the bottom, that'll be after foundation and everything is done. Okay, now I'm just going to clean up underneath any fallout. And yes, I am just using my saliva. Okay, good. Now I am going to go back in with this brush right here. I'm going to use my foundation, which I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color 340 Cappuccino. I was using 355 for a long time, and then a girl in Ulta was like, sis, that's way too dark for you. And I'm just gonna use that to carve out the top of my brows. I feel like carving out the top of the brow is so, gives me so much more concentrated than carving out the bottom. Okay, carved. I really hate carving out the top of my brow. I also just realized that I was like whispering to myself. But in case you didn't hear me, I said I really hate carving out the top of my brow. You just have to be so much more precise, you know? Okay, all right. So now I'm going to go in with my primer, which is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. For a long time I was using the poreless primer, and then I switched to the matte. I like both. I think I liked the poreless just a little bit more because it was like a pore filler. And one product that I actually really, really love is the NYX pore filler. And it kind of reminded me of that, like a less expensive version. But this is just as good. I might actually go back though and get the poreless and mix them together and see how that works, because I have texture right here, and sometimes like as I'm building my makeup, the texture will just come through and it's like the makeup comes right off of the texture. I don't know, it's so strange. I should probably see a dermatologist, but just going to do one more layer of that. And then with this primer, you have to wait at least 30 seconds before applying your foundation. So just press that into the skin. Okay, so I'm going to use, I know for a while I was using the Fenty, but I'm gonna use that same Fit Me, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I like this brush a lot. I'm just gonna dump the foundation right onto, oh, that was a lot of foundation. Right onto the brush. And just kind of stipple that onto the skin. I really like this foundation. I messed up one time. This way you have to read, and I wasn't reading and I grabbed the dewy, but I naturally tend to get a little bit oily. So it was not ideal, and I was just like, dang, what am I gonna do with this now? But honestly, I feel like it was in my my like makeup drawer for like so long. And just grab that down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna close up the foundation now because I don't want to knock it over. This is how the foundation looks on the skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and contour my cheekbones first before I do my like highlight and conceal. I just do 2 little dots because this is like really dark. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the color Rich Ebony. And I'm gonna use a buffing foundation brush. I have 2 buffing foundation brushes, one for contour and one for highlight. And then I was actually watching someone on YouTube, and I can't remember who I was watching because I feel like it was just, actually, you know what I was watching? Anyway, Nessa. And she was basically saying that, like, you know how people do when they when they contour, that like you shouldn't do that because even though yes, that will show you the hollows of the cheeks, and natural like we don't walk around like that, right? Like we walk around with like a smile on our face. So that's how we should like base our contour. Which when she said it, I was just like, that makes a lot of sense. Now I'm gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in Golden Honey. I love this concealer and I'm like running out. Like big time running out. And I'm just gonna place that under the eyes like so. And we're gonna blend that out with the brush. Do a little bit of forehead action and then right down the center of the nose. I really love this concealer. This one is a little bit yellowy, which I like as a brown skin girl. Everybody's not gonna like that, but I like that. And I like to let it sit for just like a couple of seconds before I go in and just blend it out. And then you'll see I then go in just like right under the eye with another concealer to just kind of brighten it up a little bit. We have like the lawn people out today, and it's just so annoying. They start like everything, the whole process in the complex that we're currently at like 9 a.m., not even at like 7 a.m. So it's like you're woken up by like lawn mowers and blowers and stuff. Now I'm gonna go in with that e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo in the Matte Finish Concealer in the color Medium Peach. This is super, super light. And I really just give myself like a tiny amount. And I'm gonna blend that out the same way. But try to keep it like right under the eye. And you can see with that, I'm gonna end up having to go back into my nose. But you can see with this 16-Hour Camo, you get a lot. Like, you get a lot for just like a little bit, so you don't have to use a lot of concealer because, trust me, like, it's gonna blend. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and set. I'm not gonna bake, but I'm gonna set my face. So I'm gonna just use this Real Technique sponge, and I'm gonna spray that sponge with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite 16-Hour Wear Mattifying Long Wear Makeup Fixing Spray. Just want that to be damp. You want to make sure that there's no creases when you go in and set, because if there are creases, you're just going to set those creases. So I'm going to go in with that damp beauty blender and just make sure that everything is nice and good. And then I'm going to go in to the Makeup Revolution Chocolate Banana. And I'll actually show you exactly what it looks like after I'm done setting. I'm just pressing it into the skin, and then I'll dust off the excess. Pressing that right into the skin. I'm going to do that in the middle of my forehead, and I will drag it down the center of my nose. Okay, so it is the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Banana, and now I will, while that sits for just a minute, go in with the e.l.f. blush brush and this Makeup Revolution Glow Matte Bronzer in the color Medium. And this bronzer is like kind of a lot, so I just use a very little bit, and I'll deepen the bronze. Just a little bit. And then I'm still probably gonna even go in and like make that that bronzer like less prominent, because this bronzer is just, it's honestly the only bronzer that I have right now, and I haven't been to the store, but it's not my favorite because of how like dark it is, you know? But we're gonna carve out the face, and that's that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the Real Techniques powder brush and just brush all that excess off. And I'm even gonna like kind of smooth out that highlight. That bronzer. I will say, I really do need to like stop being lazy and go get a new bronzer, because I always end up going back in with my foundation brush and kind of going over the bronzer just a little bit to make it like less muddy, because in my opinion, this bronzer is muddy, and it's not about like the application, it's just the bronzer. Like that's just how it is, which is unfortunate. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques blush brush and the MAC powder blush in Pinch Me, and apply some blush. This is like my favorite blush of all time. It's literally the only blush that I've used for like, I kid you not, like 8 years. And I apply blush on my nose. I personally like that. I know everybody does not. And now it's like apply. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with this fluffy eye blender brush right back into that bronzer and just drag that from my eye down the sides of my nose to contour a little bit. Literally just a very little bit on the brush. I feel like always like halfway through, I have to go in and clean up my lips because I hate like foundation lips. I hate it so much. For the last probably like 2 weeks, Jeff has been watching these. So if you guys don't know, one, I'm married. And my husband makes music. He used to, like, he's open for like Wiz Khalifa and like a bunch of other people. He has a project out now that he did during quarantine out of boredom because he doesn't really do music anymore. But what I'll do is I'll actually leave the link to his project below so you guys can check it out. There's a song called Off the Streets. That's about me. Yeah, it's good. But anyway, so he's like really in, and he like manages rappers and stuff. He's really into it, obviously. So what was my point? Oh, so lately he's been watching all of these like hip hop like documentaries and like docu-shows and stuff. Yeah, that's all. Nothing like actually. I only say that because I can hear that he just put one on. Okay, so blush is on, nose is contoured, under eye highlight is good. I will need to apply my lashes. We have to do the blue underneath my eyes. I have to clean these lashes. I need to add highlight. I thought about putting a little bit of white in my waterline, but I'm just gonna leave it because sometimes the white, it gets like on my contacts and then it's like a whole thing because then I can't see. It's just not fun. And if you guys can start to hear all of that noise, like I told you, I'm so sorry, but they're doing, it's like afternoon and they got here at like 7 and they're still by my building, which is in the back. I don't understand. There's not that much grass over here, yet here they are just hanging out. Well, they're not hanging out, they're doing their job, or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna probably use this brush to do the blue. What I wanna do first is the actual question. I'm gonna put on a little bit of mascara on the top of my lashes before I put on my lashes. And I'm just using this Essence Cosmetics. It's like $4.99 or like $5.99 from Ulta. I got it in the checkout line and it's actually like a really good mascara. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is what we're looking like so far, guys. Let's go ahead and put on lay lashes. I am just using these tweezers because I cannot put lashes on by hand. They are so loud, I cannot even. I don't have anything. And these are just lashes that I got from the beauty supply store. I will say for a long time, I got my lashes from like Walgreens or Sally's, but why? Oh, you know, when we move, I'm gonna miss that beauty supply store actually. Because they have the best lashes and they're always just like, I kid you not, like $2.99. Okay, good. I'm into it. I'm into it. So that's one. And now we will put on the other lash, and then we'll add the blue, and then we'll add our highlight and do our lips, and then hunty, we are done. Well, then we'll set our face, but then we're done for real. And then I can just take a bunch of pretty pictures for Instagram. That I'll take like 15 pictures, not even, I'll take like 50 pictures, narrow it down to like 15 that I like, edit those 15, only to post one on Instagram. It's ridiculous. But that's fun. My brother and his wife are in town, so I'm thinking like maybe while Jeff works, I'll head over to my parents' house. Although I think my mom is working in the office today, she's not working from home. And if my dad's working, then I mean, I guess it's kind of shitty to say there'd be no point in going over there because my brother and his wife are in town, but I'm gonna have Jeff cook dinner tonight. Okay. Boom. Lashes are on. Have some water. That can go away. That can go away. That can go away. I'll use that here. Or should I use this brush to put it? Because this will call for like better placement than this brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the Magic Mini by Juvia's palette, and I'm gonna go into this color Buzzo. Although this blue color would also look good, but this one like pops because it is this color on the eye. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I had planned to do, so that is what I'm gonna do. Y'all pray for me because I don't want to mess up my whole face. Also, I think Jeff is gonna start a podcast pretty soon. Sorry, I'm eavesdropping. I don't know who he's talking to. That has nothing to do with me, but okay. So I'm happy I didn't mess that up. Now I'm gonna apply some bottom lash mascara. I still ended up getting makeup in my contacts, but that's fine. Now I'm gonna go in, put my other highlight brush away. This one, this one. So now I'm gonna go into this old Sonia Kashuk palette and just use there we go. I like this highlight because it's subtle, but it's like not subtle at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to spray my entire face with that setting spray again. And just fan it out. And then I actually read that you're supposed to take your beauty blender and literally press that setting spray into the skin. Now, I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know if that's true, but I've been doing it, y'all. And my makeup has not been budging. Like, it's been so good. Okay, so now we are going to do my lips. And for my lips, I'm just gonna use these two products. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie, and then this is that, these are both from my February favorites. This is that Tree Hut Sugar Lips Lip Butter, and it's so good. So it's really like, you just use that lip butter after you do your, like your lip scrub, but I've just been using it like all day. So I'm gonna just apply that as a base. And then I'm gonna go over that with this. And there. So guys, this is the finished look. And thanks for sitting with me, chit-chatting with me, getting ready with me. I'm going to go hang out for the day. Maybe change my earrings since my hair is looking, it's like funny shaped, right? Like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this is the look. The eyes are all Juvia's Place. And guys, until next time, see you next time. Love you. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. See you guys.